Imagine a love that never gives up, lighting the darkest paths with unwavering hope. Within our hearts lies a powerful force that brings strength and perseverance in every challenge. As dawn breaks, feel the gentle warmth of a fresh start, inviting us to embrace new possibilities. This moment of prayer offers a space to renew our spirits, reminding us that hope can anchor us through any storm. Imagine a love that never gives up, lighting the darkest paths with unwavering hope. Within our hearts lies a powerful force that brings strength and perseverance in every challenge. As dawn breaks, feel the gentle warmth of a fresh start, inviting us to embrace new possibilities. This moment of prayer offers a space to renew our spirits, reminding us that hope can anchor us through any storm. As we gather in spirit this morning, let us turn our hearts towards the timeless truths of Scripture. Love hopes all things, endures all things. 1 Cor 13:7. Take a moment now to let these words settle within you. As we gather in spirit this morning, let us turn our hearts towards the timeless truths of Scripture. Love hopes all things, endures all things. 1 Cor 13:7. Take a moment now to let these words settle within you. The Apostle Paul speaks to the early Christian community in Corinth, emphasizing the virtues of love. This passage is part of a larger discourse on the nature of love, illustrating its enduring qualities as foundational to Christian faith and relationships. Paul addresses a group struggling with divisions and challenges, encouraging them to recognize the power of love in all circumstances. As we reflect on these words, let us open our hearts to the profound implications of love and hope in our lives. In the context of his letter to the Corinthians, Paul brings to light the essence of love as a central theme, offering encouragement to a community facing hardship and conflict. He highlights how love is not merely a feeling, but a steadfast force that encompasses hope and resilience, ensuring that it can endure any trial. As he speaks to these early believers, Paul aims to reinforce their understanding of love's transformative power, preparing them to embrace hope and perseverance in their daily lives. In our daily lives, we often face moments of uncertainty and trials that test our spirit. Yet, amid these challenges, we can find the strength to carry on through a profound sense of hope. Today, we focus on the theme of unyielding hope, a resilient force that encourages us to keep believing and enduring. Recognizing the importance of this theme today reminds us that hope is not merely a wish, but a steadfast anchor for our hearts in times of struggle. As we navigate through the challenges of life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by discouragement. However, today we gently lean into the powerful truth of unyielding hope, a love that empowers us to rise above our circumstances. This theme invites us to embrace the resilience that helps us carry forward, allowing hope to illuminate our path. In these moments, we can find solace and strength, as this hope encourages us to believe that no matter the trials we encounter, we are upheld by a love that endures. As we continue to hold onto the essence of unyielding hope, we turn our hearts to the truth that love embodies a steadfastness beyond our circumstances. In the depths of our struggles, we see that God's love is an ever-present force, one that not only invites us into relationship, but also promises to sustain us through every challenge we face, illuminating the path forward with its unwavering strength. This truth reveals God's heart as a compassionate provider, who is intimately aware of our moments of doubt and despair, yet continually lifts us with the hope that is found in his limitless love. In our journey of unyielding hope, we realize that God's love holds us firmly, a divine anchor that withstands every storm we encounter. It is a love that fosters resilience, assuring us that no matter how insurmountable our challenges may seem, there is a steadfast hope rooted deep in his nature. This enduring love invites us to lean into it, where we discover a refuge that casts out our fears, empowering us to rise above our circumstances with renewed faith. As we embrace God's unwavering strength, we begin to see how his love influences our emotional landscape. This assurance of love gently reshapes our outlook, allowing us to approach life's uncertainties not with fear, but with a steady heart open to possibility. In this space, we are invited to hold onto hope even in the midst of challenges, cultivating a posture of trust and patience. Reflecting on the unwavering strength of God's love, we may discover a softening within ourselves, recognizing how this truth invites us to navigate our daily moments with hopeful anticipation. As we encounter difficulties, we might find that our hearts are drawn to embrace hope rather than despair, letting this love anchor us in times of uncertainty. This transformative awareness gently encourages us to dwell in the promise of his presence, reminding us to remain open and receptive to the enduring love that fuels our journey, no matter what we face. We gently turn our awareness inward as God's truth begins to weave itself through our hearts, fostering an emotional connection. In this quiet moment, we might feel the weight of weariness, the longing for peace, or the gentle tension that life's challenges can bring, each echoing a heart that yearns for more, for comfort, for an unshakable trust. Yet in this space, we can sense God's unwavering compassion surrounding us, reminding us that we are not alone, that his presence is a soft embrace meeting us right here. As we sit with these feelings, recognizing how deeply God's truth touches our hearts, we allow ourselves to be gently held in his love. There is nothing we must do, only resting in the quiet assurance that comes from knowing we are met where we are, our hearts cradled in his unyielding hope. The gentle embrace of God's love encourages us to move deeper into reassurance and support as we reflect on his steadfastness. In every moment of uncertainty, we can sense God's ongoing care and unwavering faithfulness meeting our hearts with quiet strength. As we settle into this awareness, we find ourselves filled with a calm readiness, open to the hope that God instills within us. As we reflect on the unyielding hope that sustains us, let us rest in the knowledge that God's love is ever present, anchoring our hearts with his enduring faithfulness. We are gently reminded that no matter what we face, we are not alone, for his steadfast support surrounds us, inviting us to embrace the moment with quiet trust. In this stillness, we can feel ourselves moving towards a deeper connection, ready to lift our hearts in prayer. In moments of uncertainty or distress, we often feel the weight of our challenges and the longing for brighter days. Imagine waking up to a day heavy with unfulfilled dreams, perhaps feeling the weight of worries about our loved ones or unsure how to navigate the obstacles ahead. In those quiet moments, as we sit with our thoughts, we realize that even in our doubts, there lies an unyielding hope waiting to be embraced. As we start this new day, many of us may feel the burdens of unfulfilled dreams, or our hearts might carry the weight of worry for those we love. In the delicate morning light, we find ourselves at a crossroads where hope and helplessness quietly mingle. It is in these tender moments that we can sense an underlying steady thread of resilience, reminding us that even when uncertainty surrounds us, we are held by the promise of unwavering love. Here, in the stillness, we may notice the gentle call to open our hearts to that hope, allowing it to weave its way into our thoughts and prayers as we step forward. We often encounter moments when hope feels fragile, like a soft flicker of light in the shadow of doubt. But even in those times, we can find ourselves holding onto the tiniest thread of reassurance. Navigating through such uncertainty can bring a gentle mix of vulnerability and yearning, reminding us of our shared human desire for connection and assurance. In those quiet moments, we might sense a tender presence around us, a gentle reminder that love, even when it feels distant, is always ready to bring renewal and strength. There are times when we sit in stillness, feeling the weight of hope resting lightly in our hearts, wondering if it will endure. In those moments, we might struggle with doubt, yet beneath it all, there's a calm awareness that love surrounds us, patiently waiting to strengthen our resolve and illuminate our paths. It's within our shared longing where we can quietly recognize that we are held, not alone, in our search for lasting hope. In reflecting on our shared understanding of hope, a gentle awareness began to surface within us. We noticed that even in our moments of doubt, there is an unyielding strength that anchors our hearts, a steadfastness that quietly reminds us of the love that surrounds us. It became clear that our uncertainties can coexist with this deep, abiding presence, as if love itself is whispering that we are never alone. With this realization dawning upon us, we sense how God was softly inviting us to embrace this duality, fostering a deeper connection as we linger in this moment. We found that hope does not require perfection. Rather, it flourishes amidst our vulnerabilities. In this gentle unfolding, we recognized God's presence, holding our uncertainties with grace. As we sit together in this moment, feeling the tension of hope intertwined with our struggles, we recognize there is a quiet assurance in our hearts. This unyielding hope invites us to trust that love holds space for our doubts, reminding us that we are never without support. In this realization, we sense God's tender embrace, encouraging us to bring all these feelings before Him in prayer. Many of us encounter moments when hope seems fragile, like a delicate thread woven through our days. Yet we can also find a flicker of strength within ourselves during trials. This gentle stirring might awaken a deep yearning for reassurance and possibility in our own lives, as we recognize our struggles mirrored in the hearts of others. In this shared journey, we become aware that we are all held in the embrace of something greater, a presence that comforts us without needing to define our paths. As we quietly share these feelings, holding within us our longings and hopes, we come to understand that we are not alone in this space. The divine draws near to us even amidst our wrestling hearts, inviting us into a sacred stillness where we can rest together before prayer. Hope is a quiet force, unyielding in the face of life's challenges and anchored in the belief that love sustains us. In the midst of uncertainty, we find reassurance in knowing that God's love envelops us, granting us a steadfast foundation. As we rest in this hope, our hearts feel the comforting weight of faith, providing us with the strength to face the day. Allowing ourselves to dwell in this moment, we recognize that hope does not waver, It remains a constant source of strength and peace. In trusting God's unwavering love, we find an assurance that lifts our spirits, bringing us a calm steadiness that carries us through all circumstances. This hope is a reminder that despite the trials we encounter, we are held by a love that perseveres and endures, preparing us to enter into heartfelt prayer. A soft awakening towards a deep trust in God's unwavering presence, a heart gently leaning into the assurance of His love, and care an invitation to hold our uncertainties in the warmth of His embrace, allowing our hearts to open in quiet vulnerability as we find ourselves resting in this profound assurance. We can feel a gentle readiness taking root within us, an invitation to entrust our worries and hopes into the hands of a loving Father. The complexities of our day unfold before us, yet we can lean into the promise that we are never alone. In this quiet openness, we discover the peace that accompanies trust, realizing that each step we take is cradled by His enduring love. Let us embrace this moment, where our hearts can settle into a sacred space, prepared to share our thoughts with Him in prayer. May an unyielding hope envelop your heart this morning, infusing each moment with the assurance that dawns with every new day. God stands close, holding you in His tender care, ready to navigate the paths that lie ahead with you. You are upheld by His faithful presence, surrounded by love that encourages you to face whatever comes your way. As we rise into this new day, we find ourselves wrapped in hope, assured of God's near and faithful embrace in all that we will encounter. We carry with us the profound assurance that we are held in love, allowing our hearts to be open, ready to connect with God in prayer. As we remain in this sacred space of reflection, we feel a gentle stirring within, reminding us that hope is not merely a feeling, but a profound assurance given to us by God. In these quiet moments, we find ourselves united, each heart attuned to the presence of hope that binds us together in spirit. Our hearts are open, allowing us to settle into the stillness, ready to embrace the gift of prayer that leads us into deeper communion. With hearts anchored in this unyielding hope, we enter this moment together, breathing in the promise of God's faithfulness, sensing His embrace as we prepare to turn our hearts in prayer, allowing the stillness to wrap around us, inviting us inward to share this time in His presence. We express heartfelt thanks for God's unwavering presence and sustaining love. We honor God's character, acknowledging His goodness and faithfulness. In a sacred atmosphere, we rest in gratitude and reverence before the Lord. Lord, as we come before You in this stillness, we thank You for Your constant presence that surrounds us. We are grateful for Your unending love that upholds us through every season of life, filling our hearts with hope and peace. We worship You, acknowledging that You are faithful, ever constant in Your goodness, and always near to us. Our hearts overflow with reverence for Your greatness, for You are the light in our darkness, the strength in our weakness, and the source of all that is good. We savor this moment of worship, centering our souls on You, trusting in Your perfect ways as we continue deeper in prayer. This prayer invites God to touch our hearts and daily lives, leading us into a deeper experience of His unyielding hope. The blessing gently affirms our inner strength and reassures us of God's faithful presence in all moments. As we breathe in God's love, our hearts find peace and alignment with His eternal hope and guidance. Gracious Father, as we draw close to You, We welcome your gentle touch upon our hearts and daily paths, inviting your unyielding hope to fill our thoughts and guide our decisions. May our inner lives be anchored in your peace, fortifying us for the unseen moments ahead. We ask for your covering over our spirits, reminding us that we are never alone as we walk with you. In the stillness and quietness, we receive your blessings, knowing that you are shaping us in love and faithfulness, leading us ever closer to your heart. As we draw near to the end of our time together, we embrace the beauty of unyielding hope that God provides, knowing that with each moment, our trust in Him grows deeper. We can take a breath and feel the weight lift as we acknowledge His sufficiency in all things, recognizing that He is with us every step of the way. In this stillness, we find peace, resting in the promise that His love endures through every challenge and uncertainty we may face. Our hearts settle in this truth as we prepare to close our prayer with a quiet and confident spirit. This moment allows us to reaffirm our faith and confidence in God's steadfast care, assuring us that we can rest easy in His love and protection. With hearts filled with gratitude and trust, we find a gentle assurance that God's hope will carry us into the day ahead, guiding us and holding us. As we conclude, let us rest securely in the truth of our shared hope, knowing that God walks beside us, overseeing every detail of our lives with grace and love. We carry this assurance into our day, feeling the warmth of His presence envelop us. May we step forward in confidence and peace, embracing the journey ahead with trust. Amen. We're here to remind you that carrying this peace with you can illuminate your path today. If you'd like, you can join us again for more moments of reflection and encouragement whenever you're ready. As we part ways for now, may our hearts remain connected in the warmth of shared hope. As we take a moment to reflect on the unyielding hope we've embraced together, let's carry this sense of peace into our day, gently keeping the door open to return whenever you wish or to simply reflect on these moments of connection. We're grateful for the time we've shared, and we wish you a day filled with warmth and light. Requests for strength, resilience, and a spirit of hope amid life's challenges, prayers for our communities, families, and the burdens we share. Seen and unseen, a humble reliance on God's unfailing wisdom and care. As we lift our needs to Him, recognizing our reliance on you, we come together to lift our hearts, asking for the strength to sustain unyielding hope in the face of life's trials. We bring before you the challenges that weigh heavy on our minds, whether it be struggles in our relationships, the burdens of our work, or the ongoing concerns for our families and communities. May we find peace in our uncertainties and the courage to endure, trusting in your presence and grace as we navigate our daily lives. Help us to support one another in spirit, even when the path seems unclear, as we seek your wisdom in all our needs and the unseen wounds that linger within.